死にたい、こっちの方が100倍死にたい。嘘だらけのダサ弁解、だろい数ヶ月のフェイクラブ。さぞかしい気分だったよね。数人の相手をもて遊んで、やり返しても意味がないの。痛みか苦しみ受けの後遺症。経とか事前に言ってくれれば直すのに、顔とか言うなら付き合った意味がわからない。セフレ作れよ最初から。愛のな半端なせこいバカじゃない。鼻から顔で選んでならない。目が大事とか言ってたじゃねえか。季節移り変わり、キスの相手も移り変わり。つける薬なんてない、死ななければ治りゃしない。嘘の出会いのストックあるのすごいけど、都会かよりか一途がかっこいいよ。さまさま素敵な恋愛って何、飽きとしとしゃいような感情って何、この先生きてくメリットって何、今後子供産んでく意味って何。キスからめちゃくちゃ読んでる、前のせい飲みまくる酒、全部悟ってふわふわ OD、 命と引き返して構成しろ。くりくりまっさっきとる、たまたまチンチンビロン。明日も生きよう、あなたのために生きよう。パクパクピクの味噌レバーおいしいよ。大好きなのは変わらないけど、怒りだけが今収まらない。感情任せでごめんなさい、今から教える本当の浮気がバレて死にたい、こっちの方が100倍死にたい。嘘だらけのダサ弁解、だろい数ヶ月のフェイクラブ。さぞかしい気分だったよね。数人の相手をもて遊んで、やり返しても意味がないの。痛みか苦しみ受けの後遺症。あそこには行きたくないの。お前が行きたいって言ったんじゃねえかよ。あっちのが絶対楽しい。はもう限界だわ、ずっと我慢してた、もう耐えれんわ。デートの話は今置いといて、言いたかったこと全部言わせてもらうわ。街中の喧嘩もいいだろ、おいカッコしとけこのソチン野郎。やりたいだけか知らんけど、付き合った途端表変するクソな態度。最初はマミに LINE 送る場も全部礼儀正しい。今じゃほら2日も未読無視、冷たすかドライアイスから様に。忙しいの分かってるけど、気になるおっぱいでもできたの。気に悪いね、はっきり言って隠しててバレて捨て逆切れちょうだせよ。数頭間飲んだらそんなの雑魚とか、お前の靴の中で生きたいない偏差しろ覚えてんぞ、貸した金計10万8000円。過ち直るなら今謝れよごめんなさい。前の愛そうすごくて騙されてて、この演じてくれよ連剣。戻せない分かってるけど戻したいこの気持ちだけは確か。その上に言わせてもらう、別れたいなら今別れよう連剣。なるほどね。まあちょっと食らっちゃったけど、いやそれじゃあ愛ちゃん言わせてもらいます。最近俺も感じてたマイナス。エッチするとき甘えられるとき猫なんで声みたいなんするのキモいぞ。気持ちいい電球チキンおいしいよなピエン。ゲロ吐きそうやめとけよ、いい年してリスカもやめとけよ。食い物とか私物をさ部屋に撒き散らかすのもう勘弁だ。家事分担もしっかり決めたからサボらず食器は洗ってくれよ。あと勝手にどうせ私なんて可愛くないからって勘違いしてキレるのメロや。この手のがわかんねえのかおい。可愛いし性格もいいと思ったから付き合ってんだろうがよ。お前だって本性見えてきて俺もちょっとお前のこと嫌になってるよ。金のことは申し訳なかった、謝りをごめんなさい。前に他の女が気になった時があった、それも本当にごめん愛ちゃん。戻れない分かってるけど戻りたいこの気持ちだけは確か。その上で言わせてもらう、別れたいなら今別れようよ愛ちゃん。今日もマジ慣れたな。整形して私って生きてていいのかな。 Hey girl 女は減らってなんぼ、異質や成立振りかかる何個、切った手首折らない何個、結局来たの恥ずかしくなるよ。失敗しないで目減らかいよ、得られるのは繊細でめちゃいらしいよ。好きな人に一途でかっこいいよ、やむことにやまなくていいの。ちょい口と せか黒いとこもいいのに顔可愛く見えるのバリやばいやん。表は芸人で心はヘボ内緒でタバコとストロングゼロ。これと携帯から幸せの連鎖教師の現場でダッチとスタンダップ。よさんにゃ女になりたい。大きくなったら整形しまくりたピー。気になる人の新鮮率といいね。視線に真剣恋の興味 MCM。 もう死にたいけど生きたいな。死後の世界がどんなか知りたいな。ねえ待て待て無理無理死ぬの早い。悩んで可愛い目指す君美しい。貢いでるなら逆に貢いでたい。てか使う顔文字死ぬほど濃い。打つ文字ひらがなで年齢聞いたら3歳児。好きな人チェキ取ったら絶賛呼吸困難に。包みこのピンクヘアピンマイメロ黒みハス。ファッションメンヘラええやんメンヘラ自体実際ファッション。メンヘラの聖地歌舞伎町。ラララグッチの帽子かぶり行こう。今夜も楽しいパーティーの始まりよ。手段で手繋いで仲良くリス化しよう。Girl 女は減らってなんぼ。異質や成立振りかかる何個。切った手首折らない何個。結局来たの恥ずかしくなるよ。失敗しないでメンヘラがいいよ。減らるのは繊細でめちゃいらしいよ。好きな人に一途でかっこいいよ。やむことにやまなくていいの。日々連なる傷や涙。小さい頃の元気なら死んだ。早く光る自分に会いたい。泣いてるから全てまあいっか。起きたらすぐに過ぎる時計の針。いい方向に向かってるかわからない。いちいち他人の意見はくだらない。大丈夫生きてるならさ不満はない。そのままでそのままで限界まで突っ走るその体で。いつかの精神よりかこついてる。少なくとも僕からは箔ついてる、そのままでそのままで悲劇のヒロイン気取って闇ソング聴いてる。まあそっちでも可愛い視野になる。理不尽矛盾の世界に立ち向かえ。 Girl 女は減らってなんぼ。異質や成立振りかかる何個。切った手首折らない何個。結局来たの恥ずかしくなるよ。失敗しないでメンヘラがいいよ。減らるのは繊細でめちゃいらしいよ。好きな人に一途でかっこいいよ。やむことにやまなくていいの。ヘラルー生まれたくもないのに生まれて裏切られまくって。ヘラルーお友達欲しいから目元だけ映して自動って。キューシップに厳しいメンヘラは神だけどそれ以上傷つけないで。生まれただけで素晴らしいんだって。理不尽な奴らには僕さい。ヘラルーのにしか見つくもっとからヘラルーつまらないのに愛想笑い。ヘラルー生きる意味がわからない。バウンだよだるすぎてずっと自粛。などり薬をディスとかでハイになって永遠に無理して体壊す。大丈夫だよ河内目指すだけで河内誰もが憧れるあのギャル。みんな同じような目だが天国かまちょでも加減わかるならいいよ。リスカは鍵明かりしてほしいよ。まあどう生きようが君のフリースタイル。ラッついたら君のサンドバッグになってな。常識ない害悪の大事お疲れ様。一人じゃない音に乗って唯一さえも教えてな。好きを君は一番輝いてる。元彼なんて後悔せようぜ。愛想笑いでよつまんないもんね。OK いける意味誰もわかんね。すごいだけの人じゃなくていいから。自分責めるくらいならその原因に疑問を持って。また憂鬱が始まるよ。自分許して自由に歩こう。気のシンプルに厳しいメンヘラ神だけどそれ以上泣きすぎないで。生まれただけで素晴らしいんだって。嫌いな奴らには僕さい。気のシンプルに厳しいメンヘラ神だけどそれ以上泣きすぎないで。生まれただけで素晴らしいんだって。嫌いな奴らには僕さい。俺はまだ生きれてる。結局自分の道進んでるから。さあ going on with a pen まだまだ going on with a pen 足りない going on with a pen 自分に勝つその日まで。もっと熱くなれよ。釣り上げ No 余裕だぜ。知らない可愛い女ゲット。これレベル
は興味わかねえ。人が持つ宝石は特に見える。大体見た目ちょろそうな相手だから My world たくさん俺知ってけるから Woo あいつの声より 100% 迷う。通り魔そこでポイント追加なくしてってるわ以上。はははビーチではそれがどうしたんずに好きなっていくことしたいなりたい好きのオンリーワン。そのスリルがもう止まらない。友達にバレないように It's alright 悪魔のラブ送信と思われてもどうだっていい。バレた時はお互い様だしこっちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い。お前の名より可愛いから全て勝てるたしのが似合うから Let's get it こっちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い、ちに来い。キスできるのが楽しみ。心キュンキュンしながら明日に。別にいいじゃんたちのがイケてるからこっそり絶対奪うの。別にいいじゃんのろけがムカつくからずるいよあいつ奪うよ。いや胴体本当は持ってないわ。さあ心ゆくまで壊したいな。この想い嘘で嘘じゃないわ。しゃあないラミテカファイヤーファイヤー。自分に会えるのさ1ミリも感じない後悔。セコンのキックで蘇るマイマイ。トゥルトゥルトゥトゥル気に食わないな一切合切。大事象で大損害。人生の無誤算に嘆いてた毎回。トゥルトゥルトゥトゥル友達に動画を撮られて可愛く映ってるよって言われて目も鼻も超地獄煽りにしか聞こえない。どうせ僕なんて鼻から苦手。自分が撮った写真とか見たくない。かっこよくらんニキビがクソ痛い。まあ結局付き合うならまず画面。金とか運命なら画面。優しく接する顔は画面。ああバカバカしいな。南ちょっと料金だね。死ぬ気で貯めてたお金でさあ Go my way 新たな自分に会えるのさ1ミリも感じない後悔。セコンのキックで蘇るマイマイ。トゥルトゥルトゥトゥル気に食わないな一切合切。大事象で大損害。人生の無誤算に嘆いてた毎回。トゥルトゥルトゥトゥル
Come on in. I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Huh?
I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Well, I'll watch it.
Just wait at the bar for a second. I gotta get on my way.
Kevin Westerbeck walks in, and he's very short. And so I lean over to the bar to talk to him, and I said, "Why don't you have a seat?" And he doesn't want to do it, but I said, "No, please." And so he jumps up on the bar stool.
Hey, how are you?
Well, how you
Do
doing?
me a favor and have a seat right over there on that stool, please.
Yeah.
He's like, I just sat next to him at a sports bar or something. We were talking about, a hockey game. And I said,
What are you up to tonight?
Well, what? She asked me to come over and
Please have a seat. Relax.
come on.
Who asked you to come over exactly? Who asked you to come over?
Destiny?
Destiny. And how did you meet Destiny? How did you meet Destiny?
On the computer, she said hi and stuff.
She said hi and stuff. And who? Do me a favor and just keep your hands out of your
No,
pockets.
fine.
before Westerbeck walked into the house, we knew that he was to be in court 4 days later, to go before a judge and to be sentenced for doing the very same thing he was doing on this night.
Now, Kevin, you've had some contact with the law before.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
This child, it was a child, I forget what it is.
Child solicitation?
They said I came out to meet some girl, I guess.
So let me get this straight. You were accused of doing the very same thing that you're out doing tonight.
I had no intention of this.
All right, let's go back to the other case for a minute. You pleaded guilty
Yes.
to solicitation of a minor for sex.
It was a plea.
It was a plea.
Right.
You pleaded guilty.
Correct.
And you got sentenced for that plea, correct?
That's correct.
11 months.
Correct.
In fact, next week, on Thursday, you have to go to court.
Correct.
And they're going to decide whether or not you're going to become a registered sex offender.
Yes.
And then you're going to go to prison.
Correct.
What then are you doing in this house? Less than a week before you're supposed to be in court and go to prison.
And, little by little, his story starts to fall apart.
It would be fun then, okay? You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how? Then you give the dimension of your penis. That's not sexual?
Just BS talk.
Just BS talk.
To me it was. 'Cause I
Okay, so
didn't
that
do anything.
BS talk got you sentenced to prison once already. And less than a week before you're supposed to go to court and prison, you are here in this house trying to meet a 13-year-old girl home alone.
I'm stupid. I'm weak. It's just, I have no intentions of having sex with her.
Yeah.
I
How can
know.
you say that?
It's what it says, but I didn't.
Why should I believe that?
Because I'm telling you the truth.
You didn't tell me the truth when you answered the first 6 questions I asked. You lied then.
No, I didn't plan on having sex.
Well, come on. What did you plan on doing?
I was just gonna plan on meeting her and say hi, how you doing, and that's
How
it.
you doing? And that's it.
And that's it.
So less than a week before you're supposed to go to court, where you're probably going to be designated a registered sex offender,
Yes.
and then you're going to go to prison
That's correct.
for 11 months
That's correct.
after pleading guilty to solicitation of a child for sex. You just figured, I'm just going to pop in and have a nice little conversation with a 13-year-old girl. That's your story?
That is my story, sir.
It never fails during one of these investigations that 2 or 3 guys show up at the same time, and of course that was the case with Kevin Westerbeck. They're whispering to me that there's another potential predator about to walk in. I was just finishing with Kevin Westerbeck, but I didn't want to rush through it because it was an important interview. So I finished just in time. Westerbeck leaves through one door, and the next guy comes in the other door.
Sheriff's Department.
I want you to take a seat in that chair over there. In the back, the black chair. The sheriff's office would take the handcuffs off and everything like that. Not one for the road.
No.
You understand what I mean by that?
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. That was not my intent. I learned my lesson the first time.
Obviously not.
No.
Right? Obviously not.
Well, I wasn't coming
You're
in
chatting
here
with the 13-year-old female about your penis size on the internet, and you drove about, what, an hour and a half to get here to meet a 13-year-old female in the middle of the night who you knew by looking at the chats her parents weren't home. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
When the judge in the first case hears that he's been arrested again, for doing the same thing, he's, classified as a sex offender.
I am required in this hearing to make a determination as to whether or not I believe, based upon the facts presented, the defendant will commit future sex offenses. In this case, you've made it very clear, Mr. Westerbeck, as to whether or not you'll commit future offenses. This court will make a finding, and I make this finding beyond a reasonable doubt, that you are likely to commit future crimes based upon the evidence before the court today. With that determination, the court will make a finding that you are a sexual predator.
A guy named Kevin.
Kevin.
Just looking for some fun, a hookup, feeling frisky, want me? Would you get naked? Have sex? I'm big. You tight? Tight down there. Could I stay the night? I just need
Hey, take a seat. I'll be right there.
I couldn't find the place.
Oh, I know. It's so hard to find.
Donald Morrison was one of those characters who, had it not been for the graphic nature of his online conversation with someone he thought was a young teenage girl, it would be comical.
What's going on?
I don't know. I just was talking to her, and she said, "Come down and visit her." I have a compulsion with for younger women, just meeting them. I've met about a dozen of them online.
Did you ever get in trouble for it?
Well, I got in trouble because I met a girl in Michigan.
And how old was that girl?
17.
And what trouble did you get in there?
Well, her grandfather wanted me to try to charge me with something. They couldn't do anything. So they arrested me for trying for possessing child pornography because I had nude pictures of her on my computer. They ended up dropping the charges.
I see. And how did you get the naked pictures of the teenage girl?
I met her in Michigan, and I took them.
You took the pictures of the girl?
Mm-hmm.
Morrison just laid it all out there. Not only does he admit what he is doing that night, he tells me he's got a history of doing this sort of thing.
How old was the youngest girl you ever met?
17.
17.
Most of them are like 21, 22.
And tonight, though, you were willing to come meet a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You don't know why?
Well, I know why.
Well, you treat this like, you forgot to pay for some candy at the grocery store.
I came to meet her because she told me that she was bored. And I said, well, do you want me to come down and meet you? And she said, sure, come on down. So I said, okay. That was it. I know it's wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it.
Why'd you do it then?
I don't know. Just because when people sweet talk me, I fall.
In Donald Morrison's mind, he truly thinks that if, a young teenage girl says it's okay to have sex, it's okay.
You say, if you are ready for sex, I'll give it to you, but I have erectile dysfunction. Won't get real hard. Sure sounds like you were preparing for a sex act.
I was preparing for, because she said that, I said, if you saw what I said, if you want it, I will give it to you, but I'm not going to force anything that you don't want. I'm not going to force myself on you.
That doesn't make it legal, though.
I know it doesn't make it legal.
I want you to be honest with me. If I wasn't here tonight, and a young girl was, who was alone and willing to have sex, what do you think would have happened?
I could say honestly, yes, it probably would have if she would have, said, hey, let's go for it.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Yes, I do see things wrong with it, but I have lack of judgment.
Here's this guy who's, middle-aged, who's not especially well-dressed, doesn't appear to have a lot of money in his pocket, is living with his parents. You going to tell your folks about this?
I'm going to tell my folks about it.
You are?
Yes, sir.
How do you think they're going to react?
Oh, I know my mom's going to take my computer and completely throw it away.
You're 48 years old, Donald. Why should you rely on your mommy to do discipline here?
Because of, like I said, lack of judgment, being lonely, having no girlfriend, physical contact with anybody, just lost it.
Ultimately, Donald Morrison says, okay, I get what's going on here. I'm probably on To Catch a Predator right now. He recognizes me finally. When you said you thought the Dateline stories were pretty bad, did you think the stories were bad because of what Dateline did, or did you think what the guys caught on Dateline did were bad?
Some of the things that Dateline did.
So wait, let me get this straight. So when you say you thought that the Dateline stories were pretty bad, are you talking about the stories or the guys who were caught in the stories?
The guys who got caught in the stories, and I know this is probably going to be on Dateline too, so go ahead and put it on.
Well, you know who I am.
Yeah, I know who you are. Once I recognized it. I recognized the voice. I don't really watch Dateline. I mean, I'm usually working 2 to 11.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline
Right,
NBC.
I understand. I know who. I recognize it from the voice.
And everything you've just said and done has all been recorded.
Okay.
And if you have anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
Just saying that, I shouldn't have done it. I mean, this is something I normally don't go out and do.
Donald, you're free to walk out that door. That same door you walked in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing, kicking me in the pants and setting me straight, Chris. Let's say it's a bit the first and a bit the last time. I'll give you permission to even monitor me if you want to.
I appreciate that.
I'm willing, if I could find a counselor, I'll go to counseling.
Maybe he should have help. But I think, looking back on it now, there's also a little bit of showmanship going on Donald Morrison's part. He's thinking that if he admits he's got a problem and thanks me for giving him a kick in the pants, as I believe he put it, and that he'll get help, he thinks maybe he can dodge being in some sort of trouble with law enforcement. Of course, that's not going to work out very well for him.
Am I going to be arrested when I go out there?
That's not up to me.
Okay.
But you're free to go. The way this is set up, there was some tendency for some of these guys to try to go out the front door as opposed to the back door.
Where's the door at?
Straight back.
Straight back?
Right through that door right there. He steps off that back step, which is kind of a big step, and boom, Fort Myers police are right on.
On the ground!
What physical threat did Donald Morrison pose? Probably not a great threat.
I knew this was going to happen when Dateline was in there.
But you never know what somebody's got on. And you never know how somebody might react once they walk.
The guys in the driveway, for those of you that are down there and don't see this.
Most of the time, you see them drive by, slow down, look at the address, continue on. Sometimes they'll pass the house 2 or 3 times, park down the street, check it out, look for any suspicious activity. And finally, you see these guys, either pull up in front of the house or walk from where they parked their car. It gives you a sense as to the kind of person you're going to be talking to in just a few minutes.
Hey, come on in.
Call him again, call him again.
Hey, come in here. I just made some cookies, but I got chocolate on my shirt, so I have to change real quick.
All right, he closed the first door. He's real nervous.
There's part of them that knows this is a bad thing to do. Many of them have driven hours to get there and have had second thoughts along the way. And so it's this mixture of emotions and this adrenaline rush.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just changing my shirt real quick because I got chocolate on it. Just take a seat. I'll be right there. I made you some cookies. Did you bring me my drinks?
Can you come out?
Yeah, I'll be right there. I just gotta change. Take a seat.
Hold on.
Would you do me a favor and come on in? Will you bring your stuff in? Bring that and grab your bag and come on in here, please. Come on in. Should have a seat in the chair there, please.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. What have we got here?
A rose.
A rose?
Yes.
And who's the rose for?
Well, I thought it was Lanny.
For Lanny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudy, based upon his chat, was being very romantic. And in some ways, you know, if it hadn't been an underage girl, you would have considered it kind of a sweet courtship. Problem is, you know, that sweet chat turned sexually explicit, and it occurred with somebody who said they were underage. And in Florida, that's against the law. So you brought a rose,
Yes, sir.
alcohol, and some cotton. What does that add up to?
I don't know, sir.
I'm sorry?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know.
Said I thought something else.
You thought what?
That I was gonna have fun and something like that.
Have fun? And what kind of fun?
Like, you know, party and, you know, drink.
Party, drink,
Yes, sir.
sex?
Yes, sir.
Rudy is one of those guys who finally just says, look, I'm not going to try and jerk you around anymore. This is what I was doing. I know it was wrong. I justified it by saying this to myself. But yeah, so what's going to happen next? It's almost like, okay, I've admitted this. Let's get the rest of this over as quickly as possible.
I knew if something would happen like this, I would get in trouble because I'm married.
You're married?
Yes, sir. I have no friends because my wife is like, oh, no, you cannot do nothing and this and that. She doesn't let me have friends, right? So I'm just, and it's been like 3 years with her already. And
So she's pretty tough on you?
Yeah.
So she doesn't let you go out and have any fun with your buddies or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
So the marriage is not rock solid?
Yeah,
exactly.
The thing is that I'm still trying because I really love her.
Rudy was being honest. He was having a tough go in his marriage, and that's why he said that he was pursuing this sexual liaison. Now, what do you think she would say if she knew that you were coming here to have sex with a 14-year-old girl?
She would kill me. I don't want to think about it. She would kill me. Yes, sir. I would get a divorce. Oh my God. Her mom, her aunt, her dad. Oh. You know how many? Her dad has 10 brothers.
10 brothers.
They would kill me.
What do you think should happen to you for coming here tonight?
That, sir, I guess. That. Go to jail, I guess.
Go to jail?
Yes, sir.
You think you deserve that?
No, sir. I'm really scared.
Rudy raised the specter of this being Dateline NBC in his conversation. He later said that he had actually seen at least one of our investigations. But I don't think he got it, you know, the moment he walked into the house. You say this might be a trap. I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
What did you see on TV exactly?
Well, in the news actually, because the people get like arrested because of chatting like with underage girls.
Right. So you saw it on Dateline NBC?
Yeah, news, just news.
Yeah.
I didn't, oh my God, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
I think he started to catch on towards the end of the conversation, but I don't think he truly realized who I was until I said, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet underage kids on the internet. And everything you've said and done here tonight has been recorded. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
That young people like me shouldn't be doing this stuff. What you see in the news is real and it's happening to me, and I'm a real good I'm a good guy, and I just made a mistake.
I think that in this case, he truly was sorry. Now, whether he was sorry for what he did or sorry because he got caught and had to face the wrath of his in-laws, I don't know. But I think in his mind, when he made that apology, he was going to walk out of there. Well, that's not what was going to happen.
On the ground, on the ground, on the ground, on the ground.
In Florida, police department's opinion, the laws surrounding carrying concealed weapons are fairly loose by national standards.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Anything sharp in your pockets?
Sir.
Anything we need to know about?
No, sir.
They were concerned that one of these guys could have been carrying a weapon, and so they wanted to take them down quickly. So they acted quickly and aggressively to make the arrests.
Hello. Is this... what's your name? Oh, you're not a cop? You know, I could go to jail, that's why. So you're 14 years old, for real? Nah, I just want to make sure you're not like, you're not a cop, because, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on in the chapter, that's why I don't want to be in trouble. I'll wait for you, alright? Bye.
I'll wear all pink to your white wedding. I'll dance all night and do something upsetting. I'll laugh when you kick me out. It's been the third time already. Running home, I laugh alone. At least I stole the show. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Can't wait to hear what they call me. Call me names and make up all these stories. I would kill for a life that ain't boring. I'm lots of things but not sorry. Running home, I laugh alone. At least I stole the show. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Time of my life, we're all just skeletons, just joining the fight. For the adrenaline, the time of my life, we're all just skeletons, just joining the fight, joining the fight. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. the show. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Can't wait to hear what they call me. Call me names and make up all these stories. I would kill for a life that ain't boring. I'm lots of things but not sorry. Running home, I laugh alone. At least I stole the show. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Time of my life, we're all just skeletons, just joining the fight for the adrenaline. The time of my life, we're all just skeletons, just joining the fight, joining the fight. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. Wanna make, wanna do stupid shit. Gotta admit, I'm a hypocrite. I like it way better than being on the side of it. I'm a psycho, loving it. I'm a psycho, loving it.
思うのは鉄道の点だけさ。
嘘つきね、
困らせる
意地悪ね、
ばかりだろ
すべて答えて
時間が
愛すぎたのは檜山のせいよ。
のは異性との愛しさよ。
抱きしめて
抱きしめて返したくないサザンが
不正解、先生と生徒のラブゲーム。知らない誰かと居残りなんかした。嫌なもいい子がここにいるわ。
100点満点が1枚あればいい。クラスに飾るのさ。
約束を
耳元で
幸せを
唇で
全て振る舞う気。愛すぎたのは先生のせいよ。
会を前の強がりよ。
抱きしめて
抱きしめて返したくないみかんがこら
世界と先生と生徒のラブゲーム。愛すぎたのはあなたのせいよ。
かわいいお前の強がりよ。
抱きしめて
抱きしめて返したくないリンゴが
砕けてる先生と生徒のラブゲーム。
快快感にねれんで鼻炎生やして冬のドレスで踊るのライムローズショコラキッチン挟んで溶け合うエンゼルキラキラ金のラブマジにとどいどい小箱に詰められまるまる形状感情上昇胸高まる鼻炎の楽編腹とこら胸月夜に揺らめく卵白完成終焉謎
その果て私を砕いて
刹那の誕生はゼロ一番の未来へ羽ばたきあの日の楽園でさ
今宵を担当でしながら快快感にねれんで鼻炎生やして冬のドレスで踊るのライムローズショコラキッチン挟んで溶け合うエンゼルキラキラティンドンマブルマジにとどいどい小箱に詰められまるまる形状感情上昇胸高まる鼻炎の楽編
MACAROLA はどこらぬね強い揺らめく卵白音声10円はそうその果て私を砕いて切なの残党はゼロ一番の未来へ羽ばたきあの日の楽園でさ今宵を担当しながら MACA ローレンラ MACA ローレンラ MACA ローレンラ MACA ローレンラ
そしてもう夜は眠りについた息づく肺の中の炎一つ二つと浮かぶ膨らみ愛しい横顔大地にたるぬいく線の夢銀の瞳の揺らぐ夜に生まれ落ちた輝くお前幾億の年月がいくつ祈りを土へ返しても私は祈り続けるどうかこの子に愛をつないだ手にキスを
谷の海藻は青く見えるさ陸に行くのは大きな間違い周りを見てごらんこの海の底なんて素敵な世界だこれ以上何を望む素晴らしいあなたし私の言うこと信じてあっちじゃ働くだけ朝から晩までこっちじゃずっと遊んでラッキーあなたしここではみんなハッピー波と戯れあっちではアンハッピー狭い水槽でだけどねまだましいつか誰かが腹ペコになったらすぐ皿の上やだね素晴らしいあなたし誰も補助フライパン使わないあっちじゃ料理のネタこっちじゃのびのびと毎日が楽しいよあなたしあなたし歌って踊ってみんなハッピー気持ちいいいろんな宝たち奏でる音楽それはなぜわかるなぜあなたしあっちじゃするとこっちじゃあのベースラインは決まってるプラスもないドラムもグースイングのリズムやればできるのさほらリズムに乗って歌おう難しいことは抜き一気に決めよう私のため人間には砂さんをみんなには粋なジャズマン粋なジャズマンいつもセッション素晴らしいはは乾いたさ振り入れて素晴らしいワイルドに決めてハッピーだから最高海の底ここが最高海の暮らしあなたしCan't see, hands cupped, tight feet. I don't know how I got here. The ground shaking like the strings on a bass. Smoke perfume, cigars, wines. From the sounds in the room, one could tell there were two watching me as I pretended to sleep. And when that thing took off, I just let my body roll to the doors of that limousine. Oh, I am detective, deducing devious deeds. Don't tell you devil in darkness, so I'll advise you defeat. If you want it hard, I will find you. I am deep in your mind, you haven't figured it out. I'm predicting your moves, just when you think you run up to me, I am 2 steps in front. See, this is my special move. I put myself in your shoes. Detective, don't tell us how you solve a crime. Did you deceive and deducing darkness in the sky? Hold up, backtrack. I made my escape, but with that bag on my head, I never saw a face. So I removed the bag, untied my legs, realized I was still inside their base. I saw the limo coming back. I kept cool and decided to stay and chat. Gentlemen, please, there's no need to attack. Quite simply, I will start with I will go where you ask. Keep covered your faces, I have no reason to see. I only ask we treat each other politely. If you run and hide, I will find you. I am deep in your mind, you haven't figured it out. I'm predicting your moves, just when you think you run up to me, I am 2 steps in front. See, this is my special move. I put myself in your shoes. I am detective.
detective, do tell us how you solved the crime. Did you deceive them, deducing darkness in disguise?
I guess a detective, it seems as though you're reading minds. Can you read them?
I continue. The two men in suits were sitting looking pretty tough, with their hands on their sides like they're about to pull their guns. Think I know where they came from, judging by their demeanor. Think I know where we're going, from the fact that I'm not dead yet. Dropped off 2 blocks from my house, a block from the bank where something strange was going down. Just as expected, it was a scene of a crime. It's been over an hour since the cops had arrived. I asked around, the only evidence, one rock thrown through the window and a hair clip. One pointed out that on his way in, he saw my limo. Yes, that was my limo. Pushed up my glasses and gave a little smirk. When people speak, I listen to the thoughts behind their words. In a short while, I said to them out loud, there will be another robbery to which more officers are bound.
There's been another break-in. Kyoberrie's bank on me.
Don't worry though, it's just a ploy, their alibi, you'd say. One culprit is amongst us, the rest at that bank. And inside one of your cop cars here, you'll find the money safe. If you run and hide, I will find you. I am deep in your mind, you haven't figured it out. I'm predicting your moves, just when you think you come up to me, I am 2 steps in front. See, this is my special move, I put myself in your shoes. I will find you, I am deep in your mind, you haven't figured it out. I'm predicting your moves, just when you think you come up to me, I am 2 steps in front. See, this is my special move, I put myself in your shoes. I am detective, I'm on the case, master. 好きバババンイライラかわいらの日お花ようこそ
Oh girl, this is agony. I wish you were into me, but no, it's not meant.
I think we could do it if we tried. If only to say you're mine. Sophia, know that you and I shouldn't feel like a crime. I think we could do it if we tried. If only to say you're mine. Sophia, know that you and I shouldn't feel like
炎の精霊イフリートであって人間のいつかことじゃない。もう俺が精霊じゃない人間だ。俺を狙え。今は俺がイフリートだ。
Running home, I